In this video, we're actually going to do our first Python script. I say script, not program. There's actually a difference between a script and a program. We're going to learn about that in this video series. It's kind of like a program. If you're familiar with MATLAB and C, MATLABs are scripts and C are programs, and so it's more like MATLAB what we're going to do, but it's really a minor distinction that you're going to learn more about much later. We're going to start by going to the search bar and typing CMD to get the command prompt. So we bring the command prompt up. I'm going to do a lot of stuff in the command prompt because it sort of gets us in the habit of working from the command prompt for this whole video series. First thing I do is I do a dir, directory. That means what's in this folder. The terms directory and folder are synonyms. I interchange them early on. I say folder a lot because that's what people are used to, but eventually I'm going to just say the word directory mostly. And dir tells us what's in that directory or folder. And so I look, I want to put everything in a folder on my desktop, but I have to go through OneDrive first. So I look at all the things there and I see the OneDrive, and so I say cd space OneDrive. CD means change directory or go into this folder. So I go into OneDrive and then you can see that the desktop is there, and I do cd space desktop. And so now I'm in my desktop. I want to make a folder. You can do this all with File Manager. You can just click on desktop and make a folder and all that stuff. But I wanted to do this, show you what the behind the scenes commands are to do the exact same thing. We're going to need it for a bunch of other stuff too. Okay, so the thing I want to do is I want to make a folder or a directory. So I say mkdir space, and then I want to call it Python code. So all my Python projects are going to go in there. So I might do mkdir Python code, all one word. Good. And so then all of a sudden I look on my desktop and there's Python code. The folder actually came up. That's pretty cool. So things that you do with the command prompt show up in the graphical interface. It's all the same. It's all the same operating system. Okay, so now we have that folder. So then I want to go into that folder. So I cd space Python code. I want to make a new directory. I'm going to make we're going to do the Hello World program. It's a very common program in other languages that people do. And so we're just going to make a simple script, the Hello World script here. So for every new project, for every new script I write, I always make a folder for that script. It's really good organizational practice to do that, and so I highly recommend that you do that too. So I'm going to make a directory, hello, mkdir hello, and I cd into that. Now, I need to make a script file. All Python script files end with the extension .py. So I need to make hello.py. I need to make that file. You can go into Notepad++ and say File New and make and just make a file named that. But I'm going to do it manually here with this command echo. So echo dot greater than symbol space hello.py. For some students that have been doing this, their echo doesn't work, and so then just go ahead and do it with doing a graphical user interface. Just do it with Notepad++. Make a new file. File save as hello.py. Good. Okay. So then in the file manager, I go into hello folder there, and I can see hello.py. I right click on that, and it says, and then I do open with. And I'm going to open with Notepad++. If you've already done Python scripts with Notepad++, it will automatically go to Notepad++, but you probably don't have that setting, so I want you to open with Notepad++ and say, do you always want to do that? Yes, I always want to open all my Python scripts with Notepad++. Good? Okay, so now I have this blank file, hello.py, and it's in Notepad++, and I just need to write one line. It's the smallest of scripts here, and it's print, open parentheses, then single quotes, hello world, and close parentheses. Close single quote, close parentheses. That's it. That's all it is. Now, you can notice in Notepad++ that when I've edited a file, there's a little asterisk that shows up in the top left corner. That means it hasn't been saved yet. So I just Control S, and that asterisk goes away, I know it's saved. Then I go back into the command prompt, and all you have to do is type Python3 space and then the name of the script, hello.py, and up comes the hello world response that is inside that script. So that's how we're going to run Python scripts. We're going to edit them in Notepad++, run them by saying Python3 space and then the name of the script. That's going to be the procedure for most of the early parts of these lessons on video. And you've done it. You've made your first Python script.